Another thing that we've learned by starting to explore the universe is that the best place to find a galaxy is actually next to one another. It turns out that the universe is highly clustered, even though in large scales it is relatively homogeneous. In small scales, galaxies do cluster and they form lots of structures. We'll see how these structures are actually fundamental to how galaxies first form and how they evolve. We can also distinguish between different structures of galaxies. We have groups, such as our own local group, that will contain tens of galaxies, perhaps one or two like the Milky Way. We then have clusters which will contain up to 1,000 or even more galaxies. And these clusters will also cluster together and form superclusters. And typically these are also connected via filaments, as we'll see, made of dark matter. And away from the superclusters, this is where we can find the voids. An important thing to point out is that about half the galaxies in the local universe are part of groups or clusters. So this is it for section 12, our first introduction to galaxies, and also the section where we looked into more details of our own Milky Way, where we are in the galaxy, what's in the center of the Milky Way, and different stellar populations that are actually located in, say, the disk, the bulge, and the halo. We've seen the main differences between what is a galaxy and a stellar cluster to do with dark matter and essentially rotation curves. And we also looked into how we can classify galaxies with Hubble's classification scheme, and also some of the properties of, say, early type galaxies and late type galaxies. As always, I would encourage you to attempt all the questions at the end of the section that will provide you a further way to understand, for example, rotation curves, and how we can derive some properties of dark matter from them, how to calculate the full number of galaxies in the entire universe, or measure distances to other galaxies. Once you're done with those questions, then you're definitely ready to step out even further away from our galaxy as we move into section 13 and look at some tools and also some fundamental aspects of how galaxies first formed in the first billion years of the universe. So I'll see you for section 13.